Happy Monday. Hi, Jack. How's everyone doing today? I had a guilty mom moment right before we started. I was out of the house most of the weekend, and my dogs are so used to me being home. And one of them is in here today, and so that's okay. But then the big boy tried, creaking the door open. Tried to get in here. It was just so innocent. Like, hey, can I hang out with you? I haven't seen you. Can I please? But he would be all over me right now, so he needs to stay outside. Hello, Helen. Good morning, Kim. Hi, Jill from the UK. Hello, Sharon. Is it just me, or is everybody feeling the daylight savings lag right now? We're going to talk about that a little bit today because that is adding to the energy of the astrology this week. So, if I seem a little spacey today, we can blame daylight savings, and we can also blame a lot of this Neptune energy. Hello, Christine. Happy Monday. Good morning, Samantha. Christine's feeling it too. Yeah, it's like we have an hour less of sleep, most of us, right? I know that not everyone does daylight savings. Hello, Cherry Berry. Carmen, good morning from Toronto. Welcome. Greetings, Jackie. Helen says my cat just woke me up. Hey, it's food time, Mom. What are you doing? This weekend, I finished reading the 4 Agreements. I read it in a week. So if you haven't read the 4 Agreements, that's it's an easy read. It's really good. It's very, how do I describe it? Second nature. In a way, it seems like, Jackie says fabulous book. Second nature. It was a good reminder for things that I've been doing for a long time. And then the last few chapters, I can't even recall what it was about, but as I was finishing the book, I was just sobbing my eyes out, and it was wonderful. So if you haven't read the 4 Agreements, that's a good one. What else? Sharon says, we don't have daylight savings in Puerto Rico. It's always the same times, but now my time is the same as Eastern. Yeah, it would be nice to not have daylight savings. I think we're coming to a place where humans are realizing that time doesn't matter, so we'll go with it. Christine, it's one of my favorites, reading every year. It is a great book. Yeah, and I've considered... There's some prayers at the end of it that are just absolutely beautiful. And I was having the thought as I was reading them to record them and put them on Insight Timer for you guys to have access to whenever you want. So that might be a thing. I have a million things going on in my life. I'm juggling a lot right now, which is all good. But then I have these sparks of inspiration, and I have to tuck it away for later. Just like my book study for A New Earth, that is absolutely tucked away for later. That is not forgotten about. It was almost a year ago that I had that idea to do a book study for A New Earth, and that is still on the back burner. It's still in my consciousness. Carmen has low energy and foggy brain. Hello, Bonnie. So I don't know if daylight savings picked Neptune or if Neptune picked daylight savings. But this week is bound to be kind of free-flowing. I don't want to say low energy because I don't want to foretell something that isn't necessarily true. But yeah, we'll talk about it. Hi, Karen. Helen is in retreat packing time. Yeah, I have a box of all my woo-woo stuff that I'm getting ready to bring to the retreat. I'm going to light some incense, and then we'll start talking astrology. Jeez. If you are following my podcast, so my intention is to put out an episode every week, but we'll see. However, last week, we put out a bonus episode. And I sat down with Vicky on Wednesday last week. So, the first week of March had gone by already. And uh-oh. I almost set my house on fire right there. So Vicky and I sat down and I talked about the upcoming astrological aspects in March. And we did a little bit of a prediction episode. So my podcast is on my YouTube channel. Just search my name on YouTube, subscribe so you can be updated when I post all my stuff. I post the replays for Insight Timer on my YouTube channel as well. So we did like a March predictions. I also used my personal tarot readings as a form of predicting what's to come in March. And then at the end of the month or like early April, we're going to come back and recap and see if it actually happened the way that it appeared to happen. Because Vicky mentioned, Vicky's my podcast partner, she mentioned that like so many people will do these predictions, but then how many people actually go back and recap it? So we're going to try to do that next week. Hello, Nicole. Hello, Fiona. All right. So this week, Embody Astrology starts as well. I'll talk about that at the end. But this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we all have some Neptune aspects in the sky. So if there's anything at 25 degrees of Pisces in your chart, there's going to be a lot of activity at 25 degrees of Pisces. This will also impact if you have 25 degrees, if you have any planets or any points in your chart at 25 degrees of the mutable signs. So that would be Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. Or if you have any planets or points at 25 degrees of the water signs. So that would be Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Hello, Bridget. So we're coming into like this week of free flow, dreamy, dancey, poetic energy. I'm anticipating a week of feeling less pressure to perform, less pressure to work on a deadline, and more of a week of following your intuition, following what your soul wants you to do. Samantha, I have the North Node at 22 degrees of Pisces. So Samantha, this week might give you some energy towards your North Node destiny, what you need to do in order to graduate this Earth school. So Neptune has been playing with your North Node for a couple years now. But if you're feeling, okay, just follow your dreams, specifically Samantha at this point. Like, Neptune is the dreamer, North Node is what you need to do. Like, it's your path to enlightenment. So yeah, follow your dreams at this point. So with all this Neptune energy that we'll talk about, plus the daylight savings time lag, like if you can push off some important meetings or something like that are supposed to happen this week, it might be in your favor to do so, at least until Friday or even next week. So just keep that in mind. But so Neptune is the god of the seas. He represents illusions, dreams, and also escapism tendencies. And Neptune is already amplified because he's in his home sign. Neptune rules Pisces. So he's been there since 2011. You know, this is nothing new, but it's always amplified when signs or when planets are in the signs that they rule. My Chiron is at 22 degrees of Pisces. Hello, Deep. Nice to see you. So, Bonnie, Chiron, wounded healer, but dreams. Yeah, how do you want to heal the world? Follow your dreams. And Saturn at 24 degrees of Pisces, how are you going to put your nose to the grind to do it? Love it. So tomorrow, Neptune is forming a harsh aspect to Mars. Mars is the planet of war. It represents our energy, where our energy comes from, where our motivation and our drive comes from. So these planets are squaring at 25 of Neptune is 25 Pisces, Mars is 25 Gemini. So when signs square, that means they're 90 degrees away from each other in the sky, and they're in the same mode, the same quality. So tomorrow, this is a mutable square. So mutable signs are Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, but they're the signs that are ready to switch gears. Like they're always looking, and not to say like if your sun is in one of those 4 signs, you're always this way, but all of these energies are somewhere in our natal chart. So the mutable signs are the energies that are looking to kind of tweak what has been in order to make it better for the next time. So having Neptune square Mars in these mutable signs, this can feel like having a million different ideas of what to do, having a million different dreams that you feel like you can act on right now, but not knowing how to use your energy. So especially with Mars in Gemini, where Mars has been since August, it's been a lot of this. Gemini is the twins. It's this push-pull mental energy. So like, do I step right? Do I step left? Do I keep going? Do I back out? And this has been kind of shifty since August. And now it is coming to a harsh aspect with Neptune, the dreamer, the god of the seas, the unconscious flowing waters in the sky. So my suggestion for this week in general is to lean into your intuition, which I know is so much easier said than done. But in astrology, the outer planet is always the one who wins. So in an aspect with Neptune and Mars, Neptune is going to come out on top. Like his energies are going to be stronger in the grand scheme of things. So how do you follow your intuition? What's your gut reaction? That's your intuition. It's when you overthink and you make your pros and cons list and you start to weigh your options, that's when your mind comes in. But your intuition, your higher self speaks to you in an instant. So if something comes up and your first thought is like, man, I should move across the country, that's your intuition. And those are the scary things that we're here to follow. So it doesn't have to be anything huge like that, you know? Like if, I'm trying to think of an example. Mars, square, Neptune, what do I do with my energy? Okay, so just like if you're planning out your day and you wake up and you know that you have this long to-do list, but the first thing that crosses your mind is, I've been wanting to read that book. Sit down and read the book. You know, the to-do list will be there. Your enjoyment of life happens now. Jacqui says, wow, that explains feelings of being overwhelmed with things to do and yet not sure where to start. That's exactly the energy of Mars and Gemini in general, and now especially coming square to Neptune. So everything that I'm talking about today, it's not just affecting that one day. Like Mars square Gemini is probably like 3 days on either side, where the planets are coming close to their aspect, they square, and then they move away from the aspect. You still feel the energy when they're not exactly at both 25 degrees. So, yeah, as far as that square, just free flow. Imagine that you're at a Fish concert. I keep coming back to that for Pisces season. That's just like the image I have this year for Pisces season. Carmina says, anyone else remember the Far Side panel with the fisherman in his boat blowing his own mind, thinking, fish or cut bait? Fish or cut bait? Fish or cut bait? I don't know what you're referring to, but I like that. Yeah, and that's the exact energy. What do I do? Is it time to throw the bait in, or do I need to cut bait? Or do I throw it in, or do I cut it? On Wednesday, that's when the sun comes conjunct to Neptune. So this is happening both at 25 degrees of Pisces. Whatever the sun interacts with in the sky, it amplifies, supercharges. So Wednesdays specifically, I would not be surprised if your energy levels, if your motivation kind of plummets, goes down the drain. There's less of a desire to accomplish your to-do list when the sun is conjunct Neptune. It's just an expanded energy of dreaming. Maybe on Wednesday, instead of, like cleaning my house, I want to write a poem. I want to pick up that bass guitar that's downstairs. Let yourself flow on Wednesday, this whole week especially. I thought it was the Grateful Bears, not fish. I don't know what you mean, Helen. Bonnie says, I'm really looking forward to Embody Astrology conversations. These comments are wonky and I feel inhibited in our ability to interface. Again, everyone just telepathically send messages, more reliable than this feed. That's funny, Bonnie. Yeah, that's really interesting. And I wonder too if sometimes if like I explain something and you guys have a question just in your mind and I pick up on that and just answer it right away. Because telepathy is real. Energy is real. And then on Thursday is when Mercury comes conjunct to Neptune. So again, at 25 degrees of Pisces. Mercury represents our thoughts, our ideas, and how we communicate. And Mercury in Pisces in general is already kind of out of his element. Mercury prefers to be in air signs and earth signs because Mercury is the ruler of Gemini, an air sign, and Virgo, an earth sign. So when Mercury is in Pisces, it's common to have ungrounded, floaty thoughts. It can be difficult to keep a train of thought going, I guess, more difficult than when Mercury is elsewhere. So coming conjunct to Neptune, that dreamy planet, that free flow, dancing at a fish concert kind of energy, forming clear thoughts may be difficult, especially on Thursday, but throughout the week. And keep in mind also that all of these things that you are experiencing when the planets are doing their thing, it's impacting everyone around us. So I'm seeing this as like your kids are not going to want to get off the couch this week. Like, give them some grace. There's a lot of Neptune stuff going on. And we just changed the clocks. Give yourself some grace. If you have some deadlines that are for this week, see what you can push off into next week. Allow yourself to flow. Trust that the universe always helps you deliver exactly what it is that you need at this time. So yeah, throw the to-do list out the window this week and just go with it. Maybe I know that there's some things that we can't put off until later. So like keep your top priorities, but all the other stuff, just flow with it and see how it feels this week. I feel like that's an uncommon thing for a lot of us to do, is to just flow with it, because we're ingrained in this society where you have to punch into work at this time and you have to take your lunch at this time, and we're very this has to be done by Monday night. This has to, try to. Okay, Helena was a Grateful Dead joke. I don't think I have ever heard a Grateful Dead song. I'm familiar with the imagery, I know the bears and all that stuff, but yeah, I don't think I can name a song off the top of my head. Maybe you can play it for me at the retreat, Helen. How about that? Carmen says it makes sense now being a Virgo, that Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Yes, very mental. Not mental like nuts, but very, lots of mental activity in my Virgo friends. Let me introduce once again, real quick, just what Embody Astrology is, because that is starting on Friday. And then we're going to pull an oracle card asking how to use the energies of Neptune this week. Then we'll get into some energy healing after a grounding meditation. So, Bonnie was referring to Embody Astrology. It is a zodiac journey that begins on Friday. It's been a little, we've had like a pre-party going on Patreon for the last couple months. So thank you to everyone who has joined in the pre-party. But we are hitting the ground running Friday, 10:30 Central Time. So 2 hours from now on Friday. And this is going to be a bi-weekly group Zoom call all about astrology is the best way to put it. We're focusing on the sun signs, so whatever zodiac season we're in. So Friday, we're introducing Aries season, which officially starts on Monday. But then throughout this whole year, we're going to meet right before the next zodiac season starts. We'll talk about the energies of what to expect. But the reason why I'm calling this Embody Astrology is because I am here to teach you guys how I have learned to flow with the universe. So these are some things that I do for Aries season that help me embody the sun in Aries season. These are some things that I do for Taurus season. This is how I embrace having the light of the sun in the grounded, nurturing sign of Taurus. And as we go through the year, I'm just this is the first time I'm ever doing something like this. I don't know what to expect, but I'm just gung-ho about it. I know that it's helped me a lot, so I know that it'll help you guys a lot. So there's a link in my link tree, which is in my Insight Timer profile if you want to check it out, Embody Astrology. It's a Patreon group, so it's a monthly subscription, $12 because it's zodiac, 12 and all of that. And then for anyone who joins in March, this is my favorite part, and this was like a download that I got last week, and it's been well received so far. But for anyone who joins in March, you guys can ask me 3 questions about yourself. Send me your birth chart information, and then I'm gonna give you a video description of your answers, because that's how my brain works. So a question like, how do I easily flow with change in my life? And then I'll look at your birth chart and I'll show you like how my thought process works, and I'll explain it and answer your questions, and that's a whole cool thing. And anyone who's joined before March as well, you guys get that same bonus. Victoria, hello, Jackie, and everyone else. How long will this live session last? We should be out of here by 9:15 Central Time, so a little more than 30 minutes. So I invite you guys to join in Embody Astrology. You don't have to join right in March, but why wouldn't you want to? And yeah, it's an ongoing thing, so if you feel like jumping in later, please do so. So today I want to ask Neptune what he wants us to know throughout this week with all of his transits and all of his aspects and playing with Mars and the Sun and Mercury, and just what does he want us to know for our highest and greatest good. And I've had this deck out a lot of times, and we just haven't gotten to it. So I felt really called to use the Gateway of Light Activation Oracle deck to ask for a message from Neptune. So 1 card for all of us. Feel free to send your energy into this deck, however that feels for you. Thank you. Helen, is there a super bonus for being the first charter member? That's right, you get a t-shirt that says, Jacqui Mancuso is my favorite spiritual problem solver. Remember that. Oh, I just noticed, so I just looked at my fish tank and I wanted to tell you guys something super cool. So I've had this rose quartz tower that I had behind the tank because one of the fish was sick and I was trying to heal her however I could. And then the last time I cleaned the tank, I put the rose quartz tower in the tank, and I have 2 catfish, so they're bottom feeders. They're always on the bottom of the tank, but one of them, hangs out next to the rose quartz all the time, and it's mind-blowing to me. Like, I know this stuff is real, and then it's just a nice physical representation that, like, wow, the fish feel the energies of crystals as well. So that was just a fun thing that I noticed that I wanted to tell you guys. So asking Neptune what he wants us to know this week in regards to his aspects to Mars, the Sun, and Mercury. He's given us a crown chakra upgrade. Divine connection, holy experiences, and miraculous energy. The crown chakra is the energy center found at the top of the head. Often symbolized by a 1,000-petaled lotus, it governs our connection to wisdom, both internal and that of Source. Opening the crown chakra represents connecting deeply with the heart of Source and drawing down inspiration and insight. This card transports us to a sacred hall with pillars representing the divine connections to Source and a gateway that is guarded by a white dove, symbolizing the Holy Spirit. It may seem as though this is another realm or dimension. Ultimately, it is found within. We are all facets of Holy Spirit incarnates. This card calls us home to ourselves, encouraging us to claim our divinity. Neptune wants us to know that your crown chakra has been upgraded, will be upgraded more this week. The spiritual connections you have always had are now being acknowledged. The parts of yourself that you have run from or ignored are being reclaimed. This is an important time, for you are uncovering gifts and wisdom and moving through healing. You may have experienced moments that have tested your faith and your belief in the divine. Know that it's okay, and no grievances are being held against you. The Holy Spirit is with you and within you. This is a coming home to your truest self. You are also being encouraged to prepare yourself for miracles. Expect to experience wonder and blessings. Expect to experience wonder and blessings, for you are being surrounded by healing light. Divine encounters and holy experiences are happening around you. If you have had a challenging relationship with spirituality or religion in the past, this has now been healed, and you can move forward in an authentic way, experiencing the divine on a personal level and beyond the limitations of unnecessary dogma. You are connected. Let me know what that meant for you guys, how that resonated with you guys. But what I heard is Neptune wants you to free flow. Neptune wants you to follow your own inner guidance, your own divine guidance. This is like a test this week. And this is funny because I was just reflecting on the last week in my personal life. A lot of things seem to fall apart, come to an end, shift in a way that I needed to create the next step. And it was my intuition that I leaned into that is now allowing me to literally create the life that I desire. Lots of examples, too much to talk about here, but this is the same feel that I'm getting with this upcoming week with the message from Neptune is this is a crown chakra upgrade. He's coming to disrupt the structure of our lives in a loving way, but on purpose, to get us to lean into our intuition, to get us to ask for divine support, like let go of control. Let the universe play things out for you. Surprise, it's not gonna go how you pictured. And that's great. That's wonderful. Because what is to come is like 1,000 times more than what you had pictured for yourself. If that makes sense. Let us know how that resonated with you guys. I'm going to read some comments before we get into our energy transmission. Helen says fish have hearts too. I know that. The last 2 fish that have died, I like wept for them. Like, I didn't think I would get so connected to fish, but yeah, they have big hearts. Victoria says, I so needed to hear this today, giving me some reassurance for this new week and all its different tasks. Thank you so much, Holy Spirit. Love it, love it, love it. It's a beautiful card, too. Jacqui says, I took it as confirmation for all that I was reading up on yesterday about angels, archangels, and energy healing. Beautiful. Crown chakra is opening. You are welcoming in messages from your higher self, from your highest guides. Interestingly enough, so I finished reading the 4 agreements yesterday, and today I started a new book about opening to channel. So this card resonates with me as well. I can feel just new things are coming in, new ideas, new ways of receiving, and I invite you guys to do all the same. Bonnie says that she's on that journey too. I love it. I went to a couple crystal shops over the weekend, and I turned off my human brain and I turned on my intuition, and it was the coolest thing. I didn't go in thinking like, what do I want to get? Like, I'm here to get XYZ. I took all of that out of my brain. And I went to 4 different stores, and I walked into each of them and just like let my body walk to where I wanted to go. And the coolest one, I walked in, the store had like 4 steps up, and I just knew to go left, go around the corner, and I came to a wall of oracle decks. I just knew that that's where the oracle decks were. And right in line with my vision, it was like eye level in the center of the case was it, like archangels and animals or something like that, but the wolf was right on top, and the wolf is like more than my spirit animal, and it was right there waiting for me, and 2 other of my totem animals were right there on the front, and I'm like, yep, this, I just knew it. And then I needed nothing else from that store. So that's what I'm saying, like just stop thinking and just flow. Was he an werewolf? I am the werewolf, Bonnie. Helen says we indeed are all on the journey, yes. Samantha, I had my first positive COVID test the day before my birthday last week. This time has really shown me a lot of what I needed to release around pressure to do and be more with that, bringing in so much loving kindness. I didn't know that that was still a thing, but loving kindness, absolutely. That's the answer to all of our prayers. Lead with love. That's the message of the 4 agreements. Just everything in love. Samantha, major integration of job change. Huge validation. That's awesome. That's awesome. And when sometimes things need to end in order to welcome in what is better, what is truly meant for you. Christine, I went to a crystal shop recently with a mission to get this one crystal and walked out with 2 different ones that were speaking to me. I mean, I had chills and had to have them. Yep, that's exactly how it works. Says Helen, they talk to you and ask you to take them home with you where they belong. Yeah, that's what, this is my daily. This is a Lemurian Aura Quartz. One of those things, I walked into the shop, I saw her, I wasn't planning on spending that kind of money. And I was with my girlfriend who's really good at like, no, you need that, Jacqui. So I took her home and I've used her literally every day. Every morning when I meditate laying down. Okay, I'm one of those people. And she sits on my heart every single day. And if I would have used my human brain and budgeted, I would be lacking so much energy right now, if that makes sense. Karen, I have that stone. I love the Lemurian Aura Quartz, and she broke last week or the week before. I was playing with her on Insight Timer, and one of the this this thing broke off. Bonnie says, love it. Christina became a certified crystal Reiki master teacher a few months ago and love making crystal Reiki grids. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. It's one of those, like, all of this stuff works more when you stop thinking. It works when you just start feeling. Get out of your head and into your heart. Magic happens. Let's take some time to meditate. And then I will channel some healing energy. And for the foreseeable future, I have not scheduled any more energy transmissions. This is no longer feeling like my purpose here on Insight Timer, is what I'm saying. So for right now, I don't know what the future holds, but for right now, I'm feeling more drawn to astrology and oracle. So let's make it a good one today. And all these replays are on YouTube, you know, so if you like my style and you want to receive some energy, just watch one of the replays. Energy moves without time and space. Like, it's time and space is a made up thing. Reiki goes everywhere all of the time. It's all intention based. So you can rewatch any of these transmissions and still receive the full effect as if it were live. Helen, crystals change when they need to go elsewhere. Now you have a pocket friend. Oh, I haven't even thought about that. Let me know if you feel a need for energy healing. Yeah, Bonnie. Reach out to Bonnie, guys. She's good at that. Maybe Bonnie should start an Insight Timer teacher thingy thing. All right, so settling into your most comfortable position, either seated or lying down, and making all of your micro adjustments, making yourself as comfortable as possible. Thank you, Lynn. And exhaling out any worries of the day, exhaling out any expectations for yourself, exhaling out any expectations for this transmission, and breathing in the present moment. Allowing your mind to settle in the now. And if you haven't closed your eyes, allowing them to float closed. And feeling the weight of your body releasing down to the support of Mother Earth. Practicing that sweet surrender. Feeling held, supported, and embraced. And bringing all of your awareness directly above the crown of your head in an egg-shaped orb of white light. Spending a moment here, separating your awareness from your physical body. Practicing detachment. And viewing life from your eagle's perch. And acting as the curious observer as this egg of awareness cracks on the crown of your head, slowly flowing your awareness down the back of your head, over your temples and ears, over your forehead, eyebrows, eyelids, and eyelashes, down the bridge of your nose, your cheeks, running off the lips, the chin, the jaw, flowing down all sides of the neck and throat, draping your awareness over the shoulders, flowing down the upper arms, passing over the elbows, down the forearms, over the wrists, to the hands, and into each finger. Bringing your awareness up to your chest, feeling into the collarbones, flowing down the fronts of your ribs, feeling into the heart, the lungs, flowing down the front side of your body into the belly, and feeling into the organs resting behind the abdomen. Bringing awareness to the fronts of your hips and down into your pelvic floor. Bringing your awareness to your upper back, slowly flowing your awareness down the back side of your body, passing over the shoulder blades, weaving in and out the backs of the ribs, flowing down the mid-back, the lower back, backs of your hips, and down into the glutes. Flowing your awareness down the upper legs, passing over the knees, down the lower legs, past the ankles, to the tops of your feet, into each toe, to the soles of your feet. And breathing deeply as you feel into your entire body. Sending your awareness to every cell of your body at once. And using the breath to open the central channel of energy that runs from crown to root. Breathing in through the nose, watching the breath as it travels down the spine, all the way to the root chakra in your pelvic floor. And as you exhale, watch the breath reach up the spine, out the crown of your head. Inhaling down to the root, and exhaling up to the crown. Continue for a few rounds in silence. Releasing the breath back to your natural rhythm. As you begin to imagine roots growing down from every contact point you have with the surface beneath you. And watching these roots as they travel down into Mother Earth, pushing through the soil, digging deeper, digging wider, firmly grounding yourself into Mother Earth. Welcoming in your guides and angels for any assistance they may have to offer at this time. Allowing permission for the Reiki energy to be received by intending to completely surrender to this Reiki energy as it nourishes your highest good. And bringing your focus now back inside of your body, allowing your thoughts to flutter away as you receive this precious gift of time for yourself. Allow yourself to be fully present within your body, noticing anything that may rise to the surface as I keep track of the time. Returning your focus to your breath. Feeling into the weight of your body resting in space. Imagine a brilliant, glowing ball of sparkling silver light in the center of your chest. This warm ball of light surrounds your entire heart. On each inhale, this light becomes brighter and more vibrant. And on the exhale, the ball begins to grow in every direction throughout your body. Inhaling as the light shines brighter, and exhaling as the ball grows larger and larger until it encompasses your entire body. And the silver light slowly fades away as the connection to this Reiki energy transmission closes, allowing you to return home to yourself. Taking the time now to send gratitude to your guides and angels, and listening in to receive any last messages. Slowly beginning to bring some movement back to your body. Beginning to wiggle the fingers and toes, rolling out the wrists and ankles, stretching out the body however it's calling you to. Perhaps bringing the palms of your hands together and rubbing them back and forth, creating friction, creating heat. Cupping the warm palms over the eyes, softening the transition as you begin to blink the eyes open, allowing the light to peek in through the cracks, gently welcoming yourself back into your physical body. Thank you so much for joining me today. Love to all. Namaste. Let me know how that was for you guys today. Pink, yellow, and silver. That was the majority of the energy today. Pink, yellow, and silver. Helen says, I love that probably your hubby let your dog in. All beings love Reiki healing energy. She was in here and then left at one point, and then she came back in. And I'm glad that it was just Gemma who came in. Jody, so healing. Thank you, beautiful souls. Walk in beauty. You as well, Jody. Thank you. Christy, thank you kindly for your donation. Much appreciated. If anyone would like to offer an energy exchange, if you've enjoyed today's session, donations are always appreciated, never expected. If you would like to show your support, you can also follow me on Insight Timer. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can comment on my YouTube videos, like them, help the algorithm show me to more people. Any kind of support is very much appreciated in that sense. Maria, thank you, very beautiful. Christine, I thought I heard her. Yeah, it coincidentally happened right as I went silent so we could open our energy channel. We're breathing in silence and then the dog starts barking. Everything happens for a reason, right? Helen, that was a beautiful way to describe Jacqui's readings. Sweet, powerful energy readings. Thanks. Thank you. Thanks for sharing, Lynn. Christina's encouraging. Oh, to join. Yeah, that's another way to support. You guys can join us in Embody Astrology on Patreon. It's going to be well worth it. Like I said, I don't know what's coming exactly around the corner, but yeah, 2 group calls where like you guys are on screen and we can chat and you can like talk, you know, not have this janky chat. Yeah, my link tree is in my Insight Timer bio, so all my links are there. My website is there if you want to work with me one-on-one. If you want to donate off of Insight Timer, there's a link for my PayPal in there as well. Just anything. Just connect with me, guys. Follow me. Join my email list. That's a good way to stay in touch with the million things I have going on all the time. Helen, yes, everyone join Embody Astrology. I don't like telling people what to do. You're all invited. You're all very welcome to be there. Become part of the metaphysical Brady Bunch. Oh gosh. That's so funny. Yes, Christine, the first one is at 10:30 Central Time on Friday. So I'll be back here on Friday morning on Insight Timer. I'll be here at 8:15. We'll talk about Venus entering Taurus. And then we'll also talk about Mercury entering Aries. Is that what's coming up? I think so. Yeah, there's a lot going on this week. So on Friday, we'll talk about Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and all that kind of energy. But thank you guys so much for being here today. I hope that you enjoyed the description of all the Neptune energies. Focus on the crown chakra this week. Allow yourself to just be guided. Allow yourself to be led. Let go of the Saturn structure of your life this week. Feel what it's like to flow. You can do it for 1 week. It might be scary, but you're definitely being invited to, with the time change as well as the Neptune dreaminess coming into play. Christine, I'll be on a plane. I will be in class if I can from the airport. Lovely. All right, everybody. I will see you on Friday. Have a wonderful week. Go with the flow. Love to all. Namaste. Take care. I'll see you next time.